Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Resurrection Road, and this is a action horror flick coming your way from writer-director Ashley Cahill. And this film focuses on an elite squad of 6 black soldiers led by ex-slave Barabbas have been sent on a suicide mission to infiltrate a Confederate fort deep in Arkansas woods and blow up its long-range guns, altering the course of the war. And there's a lot more to this film than that leads on, because this goes into some dark, twisted places. And this film is an interesting genre blend, as, like, right off the bat, obviously, you know, it's a war film. And there's action for sure. And the action is violent. It's bloody. It's a lot. There's one particular conflict between our crew and a couple of Confederate soldiers they run into. Let's just say somebody gets stabbed like dozens of times, and it is very bloody. It's over the top. It's kind of ridiculous. Then this film shifts into some different kind of horror genre, what has a lot of more supernatural elements, but also still very bloody and wildly over the top and ridiculous. I do feel like Cahill finds some ways, along with the cinematographer on the film, Samuel Calvin, to find ways to make the action feel more dynamic. And for this film that has a really low budget, they find some interesting camera angles, camera movements, to add some depth to these action sequences. Because there are moments where it's very, very obvious that this movie was made for almost no money. There's moments where, like, the whole entire background looks completely fake and ridiculous and just kind of takes you out of the film. This film is only like an hour and 17 minutes, and it crams a lot into that time. And, you know, it has to get to places fast, and I think it leaves some character work on the cutting room floor. I feel like everything is so mashed together, and it comes together in a bit too messy of a way for this to be wholly effective. I think some of the performances are very inconsistent. You do have Malcolm Goodwin, who I think is a good anchor to the film, as Barabbas, as our main former slave turned soldier. You even have somebody like Michael Madsen, who pops up for a small role and significant role later in the film as the main antagonist, and, you know, he's doing Michael Madsen kind of stuff, and very gravelly. And this film is just a crazy, like, B-movie exploitation, crazy mix of genres that feels like it would have really made a lot of sense in, like, the 1970s. And here, made with a very small budget, has its very obvious flaws, but also has some fun elements. And I think by the end, it's a 77-minute film that has good energy, is pretty entertaining, and you don't have to invest a ton of time into it. And it has its elements that work and that are fun and engaging and ridiculous, and that's what keeps you watching from start to finish. But those are my thoughts on Resurrection Road. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in, supporting your Wasteland reviewer.